Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm actually supposed to be cleaning right now, but I sat down here for a minute and I decided to pull out the journals I was working on, and I had put some wallpaper pieces in there, and I thought, well, I'll just trim those up really quick just to make them look tidier in the journal. And it's been, I think, about 4 days since I posted a video, which means it's been that long since I've crafted. There's been a lot going on with school starting this week, but and then of course all weekend I was in Johnny's sales. So Johnny's junk journal shop, and she had a 4-day sale. So anyway, needless to say, I didn't get any crafting done or filming done, and in between there I was trying to work on the house a little bit. So anyway, thought I'd turn the camera on, just check in with you guys, and just do a little kind of a craft with me. I mean, I'm just tidying up the journals, but I did decide to go with a envelope cover just because I'm doing 12 and they're all the same size. And honestly, it's what I had on hand. So I'm going to cover these in fabric. Haven't determined which fabric yet, but I have a ton of really cool fabrics for journal covers. So I'm sure they'll look nice once I get them done, but I'm just not that far yet. But I have kind of put them together a little bit. I do have some more stuff to put in, but I did put a piece of wallpaper in there, and I think I'm gonna back it with some paper, just so it's because it was on a roll and it still is wanting to roll. So I think if I put some paper on the back of it, it'll just help that. So so yeah, that's what I have in there so far. I got the map page and some of this nice dyed paper, poem. I made an envelope, some tea dyed paper. This is from the Children's Bible, graph paper. And then the bags that I did with the napkins. I put some paper on the inside of those. Most of the stuff we did together, I believe. And then this is just from a book that has like passages from the Bible and then like explanation. I put some tracing paper in here. I might ink that up a little bit yet. I put this paper in, and some of this nice textured paper. I don't think you guys saw me do any of this. And then I put some vellum. I didn't have enough vellum for all of them, and you'll see what I put in the other ones when I fix them. I put these in here on pages, and I'm going to clip those in. I got these little decorative paper clips. I've got hearts and bows, and I think I'm going to put some beads or something on them, and then I'll attach those with those. So then that's just the back side of all that. So that's just where I'm at with them so far. They're coming together. You know, of course, they're not done yet, but they're getting there. I took them over and showed them to my ministry partners when we had our meeting, and they did like them too. This is the other wallpaper that I'm using, and it has like the decorative edge, so I need to trim this edge up. Let's see where I need to trim that. About there. But anyway, the girls liked them. They liked the embellishments that I had made, and they liked the journals so far, so that was good. It's always good to get their input and feedback. I'm actually meeting with them again tomorrow, so we can renew our, I don't remember what they're called, but it's something we have to renew for our ministry, for the name and all that stuff. I don't know if it's articles of incorporation or what it is, but anyway, it's something you have to have in order to have the name that we've chosen. So And then this one has this paper. And then this vellum. I guess I don't really have to show you now. I mean, I will go through them all once they're done and show you guys what I did with them. Like I said, for now, I'm just trimming up the wallpaper. Oh, backwards. Like, where's the wallpaper? So what have you guys been up to? A lot of you I saw in the sale, but not all of you. I wanted to ask you guys too, when you're viewing the videos, if you wouldn't mind, if you like them, giving me a thumbs up. It just kind of helps in the scheme of things if you do, because I see a lot of views, but I don't see the thumbs up corresponding with the amount of views. So I know I don't always remember to do that either. So just a little reminder, if you don't mind, to go ahead and do that for me. I'd appreciate it. I have managed to get above 800 now, so that's cool. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for coming on board, and thank you to those who have been with me all along. I hope you're enjoying the videos that I'm putting out. But yeah, it's nice to see that I reached that milestone and have managed to stay there for a few days now. Spent part of the day yesterday with my son. He came over after he got done with his CLS, which that's his person that comes in and just helps him out, like making sure that he's keeping everything done, and you know, like cleaning his apartment. Takes him out to the store, wherever he might want to go. They can't take him to like doctor's appointments and stuff like that, but they can pretty much do whatever else they might want to do out in the community that is appropriate, you know. Like they can't take him gun shopping or, you know, something like that. And that might sound kind of weird, but my son is a hunter, so but they're not allowed to do that kind of stuff with him. But otherwise, you know, they go and walk dogs sometimes. You know, they'll get them from the pound and take them out walking. Or they'll, you know, go to the trails and walk the trails, or, you know, just stuff like that for him to get out and active. And it gives him someone else to do stuff with besides just me, you know. Makes it so he's not quite so dependent on me for everything. But when he got done, I had them drop him off here so that we could, he had some training, and you know, I don't understand this. I don't know why. I can't imagine why any store would do things the way that they do. But you know how Walmart has now where you can order your groceries online and then just go pick them up? Well, Gordon's has the same kind of thing now, where they can, you know, order ahead and just come pick it up, and the people that work at Gordon's will do the shopping for them. Great. It's a great service. I love it at Walmart because I hate shopping. But wouldn't you think that if a store is going to provide a service like that, that maybe they would have a store meeting or a in-store training, something like that for their employees? Instead, my son got an email, and in this email was an attachment or a link to click on to do all the training for this through the computer. First of all, in my mind, I'm thinking you should get paid for this. This shouldn't be something you do on your own time. This is for their store. But, you know, we did it here at my house so that I could help him because, first of all, training on a computer how to do something is not his best way of learning. It's not a lot of people's best way of learning. You know, hands-on would be more appropriate, I would think. But anyway, I kind of, instead of reading all the information to him, I just kind of told him what it said and went through the process, you know, and explained to him, you know, showing the pictures and stuff of what he would do. But honestly, there's a lot of steps involved in this, and there's a lot of things that are actually done at the store that, you know, they really need to see, like where they're going to be putting things at the store and how it's going to be done there. So for them to have him do that training online, to me, was just dumb. I mean, I'm sorry. There's no other words for it. It was just dumb. I don't know how anybody is going to learn how to do something like that by going through an online training thing. I really don't. But we went through and we did it while he was here. And then sent an email to the manager telling him, you know, that he had completed the training. And there is a section at the end where it says that you're supposed to have your manager do like a simulation, like they do a order and you go through it like a practice run, like someone had called and done an order and you do the practice run, which totally makes sense to me. But you know, if you're doing that at home, how are you supposed to do that, you know? So in the email, I had him ask, you know, when he was going to do that with him, and also, you know, explaining that that's not his best way to learn how to do something, which honestly, I don't know how that would be anybody's best way to learn how to do something. I don't, you know, I've been a training manager myself, and never in a million years would we ever have done a new procedure that way. You know, we would have done it the way, you know, I was saying, it made sense to me. We would have had a store meeting or training session or whatever, and the employees would have come in and we would have gone over all that stuff together. So I don't know, you guys. I don't get it. I don't know if it's the manager choosing to do this stuff this way, or if it's the company's way of doing things. But it makes no kind of sense to me. That's for sure. But anyway, that took a good portion of time. I had wanted to trim his hair up for him too, but by the time we got done doing that training, I had to go pick Liz up from school, so we ran out of time. So we'll have to get to that another day. Of course, and it seems like, you know, this being my last week off, and I start work on Saturday, it's a busy week. It's like everything is having to be done this week. I had to take Liz to the dentist after school. She's actually kind of behind. She had cavities that needed filled, but she was sick throughout the summer with her migraines, so it seemed like there was never a time, you know, to take her that she was feeling well enough, or that she didn't have some other thing going on, you know, because we did that vestibular therapy during the summer too, which I don't think really helped her too much. But she's on a preventative med now. We tried to avoid that, but we've tried all the pain meds and everything, and it's just looking like she's going to have to try the preventative migraine medicine for now and see how that works. So far, so good. She's been on it for, almost 2 weeks. She started out taking one pill at night, and then she'll add another one in the morning starting on Thursday. So hopefully she won't have any issues with side effects. I guess they're nerve blockers is what they are. So she can get some tingling, numbness in her fingertips. I hate messing around with stuff like that, but I also hate her missing a ton of school and missing out on life because she has migraines all the time. So you just got to take the lesser of the evils, I guess, and do what you can do. Just like, she has a lot of anxiety about the dentist, and she has a few cavities that need to be filled. And they're like, well, we can give her a sedative, to help her be calm or whatever. But she can have, like, amnesia for half an hour. Well, I'm thinking, if it's giving her amnesia for half an hour, what is this doing to her brain? I don't know. I'm just kind of weird about stuff like that. I don't like to mess around with the body too much. I kind of feel like it's, I don't know, I kind of feel like God made it the way it's supposed to be to begin with, and you start messing around with it too much, and you're messing with things you probably shouldn't. Unless absolutely necessary, you know what I mean? I'm not anti-medicine, I'm not anti-doctors, none of that kind of stuff. I'm just cautious, it's like, let's not do any more messing around with things than we have to, kind of deal. But I told her, if that's what she needs to do to get her through this until she gets all these cavities filled, she can do it. She's almost 16. I kind of, I give her a voice, let's say. I don't completely let her make all her decisions, but I definitely give her a voice. I give her the information and then let her decide, unless it's something I, am just going to decide on for her. But for the most part, whenever possible, I try to give her a voice. So I don't know what we're going to do yet. I think we're going to try, they said something about giving her Benadryl before she comes to help dry her mouth up, because it has to do with it's better to have everything dry, and if she's got a lot of saliva or whatever, it's harder to do or takes longer or something. So we might do that. I wanted to ask them if Zyrtec would do the same thing, because that's also an antihistamine, and that's something we already have because she has that for her allergies. So I don't know if the Benadryl works faster or different than the Zyrtec, but definitely need to find that out, because that's something we already have on hand. But anyway, she's got a couple little ones in the front, and we're going to start with those. And I figure we'll try the Benadryl, and maybe have her take some ibuprofen before she goes. She doesn't like the needles, and she doesn't like the way that it feels when she's numbed, and it's she's coming out of that and stuff. She just doesn't like the way it feels. But she also gets really anxious about stuff too. I don't like to put a label on it, but she definitely struggles a lot with getting nervous about things. So yeah, that's kind of what we were dealing with yesterday. Now today, I was supposed to meet with my ministry partners, but we had to change the day to tomorrow for one of the girls. So I was going to say gals and girls at the same time, and that really wasn't working. But anyway, so we switched it from today to tomorrow. So in the morning, well, not the morning, I take that back. About 12:30, I have to go meet, Justin and I were going to meet with his employment specialist, because he's about finished. Well, I guess she really is finished with him at this point. But I still have some concerns, especially the way they do their training and stuff. Excuse me. And he got his first review not too long ago, and we haven't really gone over that with her. So, and not that his review was really too bad. But yeah, we just kind of need to follow up with her. And he had a girl that works with her come in a couple times to work with him and help him out with some areas that I guess he was still struggling with, and we didn't find out, you know, what she talked to the manager about and what was said. Communication is really a problem, not only with where he works, but with this company that he works with, for his employment help and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I totally appreciate that he has these opportunities, that he has, you know, these people to work with him and help him out and stuff. I'm not ungrateful at all. But it just gets a little frustrating, the communication problems. I wonder about, you know, these are people with varying degrees of special needs that they work with. And fortunately for my son, he's very high functioning Asperger's. So he doesn't require as much. Plus, you know, he has a mom, me, who is very active in his life and his advocacy and, you know, all that kind of stuff. What I worry about or wonder about are the ones that don't. You know, these poor clients who don't have advocates, who don't have parents, who are there, you know, keeping on top of things for them. It just really makes you wonder, you know, how they're getting all their needs met, you know. And no, that's not really my concern. You know, I got enough on my plate, but it does make me wonder, you know, how they're faring with all this. But on the flip side of it, I do know that when you're dealing with these kinds of services, they have a big caseload. You know, a lot of people that they're trying to service, and not a lot of time. So I do understand that too, and I do understand they don't get paid worth beans, which is why they have such a big turnover there. And they also don't train their people very well either. They kind of just say, okay, you're hired, here you go, sink or swim. Which, you know, we know that doesn't work well for people, especially when you're dealing with a special kind of population. If you haven't had any experience or know anything about that, I got that one a little bit, that's all right. It's a little bit narrow, but it's okay. But anyway, if you've never dealt with anyone with special needs and you haven't had any kind of experience or knowledge or training, it can be pretty daunting to try to, you know, maneuver your way through. You know, and honestly, you know, I probably could have gone there and got a job at more than one time because they're hiring all the time, but you couldn't pay me enough to work there with the way they do stuff, which is the problem. Anyone who is trained or qualified like myself isn't going to work there because of the way they do stuff. So it's kind of like a unfortunate thing. And they are a nonprofit, so, you know, they are somewhat limited in what they're able to do. I'm going to cut some of these strips up for collaging and stuff. So, let's see, what else is going on? Got to go to the doctor on, what date? I mean, Thursday, I think. I got a notice that my blood pressure medicine needed to be refilled. Well, I can't get it refilled without getting a check. So, every so often you got to get that blood pressure checked to make sure your medicine is still working, which I've been on the same medicine for almost 16 years, and it's been working good. And I'm on the lowest dose, so that's good news. If I could get some of this weight off, I probably wouldn't even need to be on blood pressure medicine. And I kind of been wanting to talk to them anyway, because I've been having some trouble with my feet and ankles and stuff swelling, which it's done that before, but usually like when I would go to bed or lay down or whatever, it would go away. It's not going away. It's just kind of staying with me, and that's a little concerning because that's not normal. But I haven't been as active because I haven't been working. You know, my hobby sits me here, so I've been trying to be a little more active and move around a little bit more, but I don't know if that's all it is, or, you know, just want to make sure everything's cool, especially since I'm, you know, getting ready to start my new job on Saturday, so I want to make sure everything's all right, and I'm going to be able to do that and everything, which I don't foresee that I'm not, but it doesn't hurt to, you know, get things checked out and just make sure everything's going all right, which, I mean, I have to go anyway to get my medicine, so there's that. And then Friday, oh, here's the kicker for Friday. You know, I was trying to get all of Liz's appointments done before I went to work because I don't know what my schedule is going to be. And I just wanted to get all that out of the way. So I went ahead and I made her an eye appointment because it's time for her to get her eyes checked again. And I made it for 7 o'clock Friday morning. So I figured, well, I'll just take her before school. Guess who doesn't have school on Friday? So I tried to call them back and see, you know, if they had another appointment. I don't know what's making that glare on. Oh, because I have my lamp on over there. It's been raining, so it's a little bit dark. I was like, what's that glare from? Anyway, sorry, squirrel. So anyway, they didn't have another appointment, and I didn't want to put it off. So now we are getting up on a day of no school or work to go to the eye doctor at 7 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, that'll be fun. But anyway, well, what else can I do with you guys while I got you here? We're about 27 minutes in. I've got those all trimmed down and in there. I'm not ready to do the covers yet. What can I do? I'm trying to think of what I wanted to do yet with those pages. I got some mulberry paper coming from Johnny's sale. I wasn't going to purchase any, and Laura, little stinker that she is, she got me the paper pack that had the mulberry paper in it. But I had been wanting to price mulberry paper anyway to see if I could get some. And I found some online, I think 75 sheets. And it is the thinner kind, but that's okay because, you know, it's just to add pretty pages in the journals. But I think it was 75 sheets for like 10 bucks or something. So I got some of that coming to put in there. What else? See, that's what happens when you come on and you don't really plan on it. You don't really have anything planned. I guess we'll just make this a short video for today, you guys. I really kind of just wanted to catch up with you all and just kind of, I don't know, check in, I guess, just because it's been 4 days since I had put anything on here. And once I get the house cleaned, which is what I'm going to work on today, I had a bunch of stuff out that I needed to go through and like take some of it downstairs because my studio downstairs I'm really kind of just using for storage right now. And then I come up here to work and I'll just like bring up what I need at the time, and then I'll take stuff back downstairs. So anyway, I've just kind of been organizing and going through stuff so that I can take stuff back downstairs so I don't have all the clutter upstairs. So that's what I'll be working on today. Plus, I've been bringing stuff in from Crazy Lady. I got a bunch of stuff coming from the auction that just closed, so I'll share that with you guys. Oh, you know what? I'll show you those jars I got. Hold on real quick. I'll be right back. Actually, you know what? Let me pause the video since I learned how to do that. I'll be right back. I'm back. So these are the jars that I got. I got 6 of them, but I just got 4 right here because these are the ones that came out of the dishwasher yesterday. The other 2 I've got in there to get washed today. Only one of the jars is like this, but 2 of them have the tops like this. The rest of them look like this. They're a little bit, like this. They're a little bit smaller, just by a tiny bit. But, and then they have lids that are like this. So, anyway, I like to store my stuff where I can see what's in them. Like I've showed you, whoopsie, I've showed you these jars that I have that have fibers and stuff in. So I'm going to use these ones on my shelves to put some other stuff in. I don't know what I'm going to put in them yet, but I just think they look real pretty. And, you know, having the stuff in my living room here, I like to have it look nice and neat and pretty on the shelves. So that's what I got these for. But I got all 6 of these, you guys, for $1. Can you believe that? $1. And they were fairly clean. I just ran them through the dishwasher just because, you know, I don't know where they're coming from. And, you know, I'm going to put stuff inside them. But yeah, they were fairly clean and $1. So, you know, I don't figure you can beat that for sure. So that's just some of the stuff that I get from her. I just get great deals. And today she had some wizard cards. So I'm not sure exactly what those are. They look like playing cards but have like wizard type stuff on them. So keep your fingers crossed that I'll get those. So anyway, that's all I've got for you for today. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining me. Again, welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm glad to have you here. I hope you enjoy my videos. And please remember, thumbs up, you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.